Good morning, guys. Automotive Inc. here. If you are new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up at the end of the video. Helps a small channel out. Today we're talking about probably the saddest part of my Powerboost, and that is going to be trading it off. If you guys are new to the channel, you know that last year I ran 2 trucks on the channel, and that definitely stretched my budget to the max to try and put an earlier version of the Godzilla against the 24 Chevy L8T. We ended up with a 24 Ram for a short period. Didn't like that truck, and so I landed in a 23 new Powerboost. And this truck is going to be my final review of the truck for all the guys that came to the channel because you love the Powerboost, guys. Keep on keeping on. Stay watching the content, please, because I will tell you this much: after owning the Powerboost now for almost 5,000 miles, worry-free, issue-free. I do have a couple small rattles up in the A-pillars. I was going to pull those off and figure that out. I think it's just something where one of the extra speakers would have went if they had them, and I think it could have been fixed with a little piece of some type of weather stripping or whatnot. But we are going to talk about this. So the truck's been worry-free. We will go over my final fuel economy numbers. Just knowing that I have 2 fifth wheels that one I have to sell, one I'm planning on using for the channel this summer to camp and to do towing content. The Powerboost just doesn't do that because based on my weight. But I will tell you this: over driving the V8 GMCs at work, driving plenty of 5.0 Coyotes, 3.5 EcoBoosts, Hemi powered Rams, the Powerboost is my favorite half-ton going forward, period. When it comes to the power, 430 horsepower, 570 pounds of torque, those are bigger than Godzilla numbers there, guys. And a lot of people have said that they don't believe the fuel economy is quite there. Well, I can tell you, I've talked to guys that actually have the baby Duramax. One guy's had 2. He's had problems with the first one. He got a new ATX 4 X or whatever that Mac Daddy half-ton is, and he says at best on the highway he gets his 26. Now, again, driving habits, you might be able to make that worse, you might be able to make that better, but that's what the Powerboost does, and I don't have to worry about DEF. I don't have to worry about any of that. It has an exceptional 10-year warranty on the battery pack if you have issues with that. But I see plenty of other hybrids out there that are 10, 15 years old and they still have good battery pack capacity. So the Powerboost is a true hybrid. It does do electric driving in the city, especially under 45 miles an hour. Case in point, we're going 40. This is trip 1, so for the last 226 miles, I've averaged almost 25 miles to the gallon and almost 9.5 hours of driving. So when people say this is just an electronically assisted hybrid like the Ram e-Torque, that is not true. This is a true hybrid, and it will go in at highway speeds sometimes if you're off throttle and whatnot. I will put some links down to the videos in the description where it talks about other things, how the Powerboost did, and just some other cool stuff. So again, when you look at that, now we can scroll down here and you can see trip 2 I kept since the day I bought it, so it must have had right around 16-17 miles on it, because you can see I'm at 48.38 and I've put 48.14 on it. Almost 1,200 miles of pure electric driving, so a true hybrid when it comes to that. And the window sticker says 23, and you can see with all my remote starts, idling, whatnot, 23.5 miles to the gallon and 171 hours of idle time. So that's a lot of idle time, guys. I idle the truck a lot when I'm sitting at the gym in the morning. I like staying warm, and it's cool because this truck will go in and out of electric depending on the demand. It'll still produce heat, it'll still produce AC, according to some of the other watchers that have Powerboosts. And I can just tell you that if and when I decide to downgrade the trailer, it may be as early as next summer, not this coming one. I will be right back in a Powerboost, and I love this engine. I love the power. I love the freaky cool fuel economy. Again, depending on your trailer weights and standards and needs. Again, this does have really good capacities for towing. However, it's not what I currently need, and to be able to move around those trailers and use them to camp and stuff like that, it just won't fit my needs. But this is going to fit 99.9% of truck buyers that have coming from, say, an SUV or a car. They don't have a heavy haul, but they need something that can haul a couch around, or haul some gear. If you get the longer bed, so I have the baby bed on this, it's the 5'3" or 5'8". It is a little bit small for that, so if you can step up to the 6'4" Super Crew, I think that's a good mix. You get the max tow in some of these packages, and you can really push the numbers up there. So we're doing the last march down to trade off the Powerboost. I've had zero issues with electronics. Again, this is an XLT Sport with the premium package, so it means I have heated seats, I have automatic high beams, I do have some lane assist warning stuff, so not an overly aggressive electronics package in this pickup. And really, the seats are outstanding. I'll put a link to the video where my wife gives her review. I will put in here the car enthusiast review. I will put in here the professional truck driver review, because again, you guys know that I bring other drivers out to give their impressions. And these people are people from across the board when it comes to different car manufacturers' makes, whether they're like high-end, low-end, trucks, cars, whatever, doesn't really matter. But I've had zero issues. Everything still looks really good in here. And I know people will say, well, it's only got 5,000 miles. You really can't attest to it. Well, I've actually been in brand new vehicles that even after, like, say, 1,000 miles, the seats start looking kind of bunchy in areas. I've seen plastics and stuff start to show wear, some vinyl armrests start to show wear, carpets, etc. and so forth. But, I've had cars too that experience problems within a few hundred miles. My 13 Power Stroke, when I bought it, that was an 11 actually, sorry, 11 Power Stroke, it had issues right at 200 miles, and it ended up getting bought back by the dealer because it was a lemon. But that doesn't stray me from doing it, even though Consumer Reports said that this is the most undependable vehicle. I think it was number 3 or 4, specifically being the Powerboost. I would like to know what those numbers all entailed. Was it engine issues, battery issues, electronics? Was it just people complaining and that's how they do it? I don't really know how they do their algorithm, but at the end of the day, my experience with the Powerboost has been fantastic, and I would love for the guys that have came out and commented on the Powerboost stuff to keep on watching the stuff and keep on commenting about what you're doing with your Powerboost, how well it's holding up for you. And I've had a lot of viewers that came in and actually said, dude, I don't watch any of the half-ton stuff, I could care less. I would say that's probably the majority of my watchers watch my stuff just because they find it funny or entertaining or informational, one of those. And some people, said, well, I quit watching because of the half-ton stuff. And I knew that this was going to be a decision I had to make at some point, getting back in an HD when I found the right one, when I found which manufacturer version I wanted to go with. What I didn't expect was to love the Powerboost this much. Like you guys know, I bought an earlier version of the Godzilla, knowing it potentially had problems, and inevitably it did develop those issues. We had to get rid of the truck. But I knew that this one was also ranked very undependable. But it intrigued me to have a truck that could get good fuel economy and have tons of power, and this truck really delivered. So I wasn't expecting, when I had to make the decision to go to a Super Duty or a HD truck again at some point, to be this hard to get rid of this pickup. I'm telling you, I get better fuel economy than most people get in their cars or SUVs, and it's actually fun to drive. It's super comfortable, the steering's very responsive, and I've just really enjoyed the truck itself. So this is kind of a bittersweet moment for me. If I could afford to keep both of them, I'm not to the status yet on YouTube where I am making even a substantial amount of money to even make a payment on one of these. I would love to keep this truck and just drive it till it's unknown. It's the perfect packaging, it's the right color, it's right everything for me. But my final review of the 23 F-150 Powerboost, I have to give it all thumbs up. And Ford, matter of fact, has paused its electronic electric pickup, the Lightning, along with Chevy, and then Ram's coming out their stuff allegedly at 25. We'll see if that comes out then. But they've all paused their electric truck stuff because, one, the demand's not there, and two, I like a hybrid because you're not dependent on, say, one system or the other. You get both systems here, so you can enjoy both and have a little bit more worry-free driving versus range anxiety with electric and everything like that. So they've paused it, and Ford had said that last year 13% of their sales were Powerboost. They expect that number to be in the 30% this year, if not more. I think they have a good thing going here, and I'm glad that they do it. I would love to see if they could somehow intertwine a hybrid package into the HDs. I would be all over that. If they could make a cast iron block twin turbo V6, because this already produces the power. If they could somehow get it to handle heavy towing, I'd be all over that. I don't need the big V8s necessarily. They're neat, but at the end of the day, exceptional fuel economy, great experience in the truck. Love the Sync 4, love the big screen, love the comfortable seats. I really have no gripes with the truck at all other than the 2 rattles, and I kind of got used to those. But it really has been just an absolute joy to drive. Guys, I hope that, I tried to get some towing on here for the half-ton guys, and you know what? Going to Home Depot, you can't even rent a trailer with a half-ton. Everything's 3/4 ton or better, which is kind of a bummer. And I just don't have anything that's really going to put this truck to a test. I don't think 6,000 pounds is enough to put it to the test. It's rated at right around, I think, 11. So, I wish I could have found something. I think that it would do very good towing. I think that if you were in the half-ton segment and you want good fuel economy, then I think the Baby Duramax and the Powerboost has to be in your list of look-ats. I would still lean more towards the Powerboost just because diesel's about $1 more a gallon here. I don't want to mess with DEF. I don't want emission system crap. I just want to keep it simple. So guys, I do appreciate y'all watching this stuff, and let's take one more sweep of the Powerboost. So here's the dash layout. The 12-inch infotainment, and again, guys, I'm going to miss these gauges. I think they're a good looking mix between screen and analog, so I like that. So yeah, just been an absolute fun, absolute great truck. There's the back seat on the Super Crew, spacious. My 10-year-old can fit underneath the seat back there, so lots of cup holders. Just a true joy. So guys, if you're looking at half tons, check out a Powerboost. We'll see you on the next one.